Let's talk briefly about some of the motivations to get to financial independence and being able to retire early as a tech worker specifically. Because the layoffs that are happening right now and how the job market is for tech is something that's very, very relevant for a lot of tech workers. A lot of tech workers are opening their eyes, they are changing their strategy in terms of how they manage their paycheck, basically. And this is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I remember at my first tech job, we saw rounds of layoffs. This was before the pandemic, and during the pandemic, we saw even some more. Then there was some booming years, and then with AI automation, we've seen even more layoffs. But just looking around at the sales floor, there were never any old people in big tech, and I was wondering, where do the old people go? And it didn't take, a genius to put two and two together and understand that, all right, these older people, they have the higher salaries, they're the first ones to get cut, and I'm gonna be old one day too. So am I gonna be, caught with my pants down in that situation, or am I going to take action, make a plan with my money, save and invest, and be ready for whatever the future might throw at me? And a lot of people are reasoning in the same way. Right now I have a page up recording a Reddit post about the current Meta layoff. I wanted to use the Reuters article first. It was the first one on search results when I entered, but they just push please subscribe and all these pop-ups, and it's impossible to actually record the article, so we're going with Reddit instead in this case. So 10% layoff of the total workforce again. This is at the back of some other major layoffs. A friend of mine was caught in a major layoff at Meta. She went out to travel the world for a long time and eventually got rehired again. And I remember during my time at Google, there was the first ever layoff in the company history as well. It was targeting a lot of divisions, unfortunately not ad sale, as severance was 6 months plus 1 extra month for each year of service, and that was tax-free in Ireland. So a lot of the tech workers, they wanted to volunteer. They had like a survey, I think 44% or something wanted to volunteer, so they had to pull that back and just do forced layoffs instead. I remember, yeah, unfortunately it hit the Russian guy, like the least person that you would want to get laid off. But that's the thing, the companies, they're not gonna care in that aspect. That guy was actually at risk of being deported back to Russia, in terms of having the right to stay in Ireland as he work. So that was kind of crazy, man. Like, imagine you're losing your job and all of a sudden you're at the risk of being sent to an actual war. So that's the kind of thing that can happen. But that's the job market that we're in. So people are saying overhiring. Personally, I don't believe it. I think we've seen a trend for a long time in the past with offshoring, so taking jobs, moving them to India. We see a lot of consultants from India in tech specifically. If you have some support issues, you're calling down there. We've seen assisting roles to sales divisions being moved to Eastern Europe in this case, so just offshoring away to places where labor is cheaper to keep wages down. Sales roles are still a thing here in the West. We have the language that's giving us some resemblance of employment security, the ability to speak the native language and actually sell to people. But who knows how fast AI will advance in this area and how long this will remain an advantage. So we've seen the offshoring trend, and now we're seeing the AI automation trends. So those are AI doing the work numbers. And we know that companies like Meta, in this case, they're doing a lot of CapEx spending. They need to free up that budget to be able to buy more NVIDIA GPUs, build more data centers, do more automation, and then one way to free up that capital is to do layoffs. So the poster here, interestingly, commenting that fire is a necessity in today's world. Because as we've seen on this channel, you know, when you build wealth, the snowball kind of gets going and it's accelerating. It's a bit of a K-shaped economy, that those who have more, whereas those who get the short stick of the offshoring and automation trend, they are forced to consume less and live a worse life than the one of their parents. So we see some comments here. Financial independence is a necessity. Retire early isn't. Very important distinction. Yeah, a lot of people do just one more year. That's a thing. Let's see if we have some more. So this guy already laid off for a year. At least I have a nice cash stash. A wife who was a stay-at-home mom for over 5 years is now back to work. I guess her industry jobs are plentiful. She makes a lot less than I did, but still more than enough to pay the bills. I guess I'm sort of barista fired. My barista job is a startup we founded with a good friend that's only losing money for now, and hopefully will turn that around. Yeah, that's one way to view it. I mean, that's the thing with investments also. It takes some time. Once the amount of wealth is at a certain level, well, first it's going to make more than your actual contributions. That's the first milestone. And then eventually you get to another milestone where your investments makes more than your salary. It actually replaces your salary, but it requires some time. And if you have expenses here, kids, wife, probably a house too, yeah, then maybe the wife needs to go back to work. And tech salaries have been good. You've been able to have a stay-at-home wife with a tech salary. I know quite a few people who actually do that in today's society. But these careers are getting farther and fewer in between, so to say, with AI automation. So we've seen some job loss in the past where people joked, learn to code. And as I always say when I do stock videos, volatility swings both ways. And I guess it's the white collar tech workers' time to feel the hammer of the layoffs, so to say. So I was aiming for fat fire. So that's when you have a lot of money and live a fat lifestyle, so to say. There's different levels of fire. But at this rate, I'll have to settle for regular fire. Currently at 5.5 million. So that's net worth usually. My company is clearly trying to replace us engineers with AI. Some people who got laid off in February got pretty generous severance. That's the thing with tech. I'm just hoping to be laid off within the next year because I don't want to be on call and responding to production incidents for stuff generated by AI. The pursuit of fire is really paying off. Losing my job will be an inconvenience instead of a catastrophe. Excellent comment once again, but 5.5 million, that's fat fire in my opinion. It all depends on geography. America, HCOL stands for high cost of living area. You can't get very far on that, perhaps. I don't know. I don't live in a high cost of living area. Where I'm based in Europe, you would have a extremely good life with that kind of money. In Sweden, you would need 900 million to have the average salary forever, basically, from average investing returns when I did the calculation. And this guy would have more than 5 times the normal Swedish salary without even working. So he would have a very fat lifestyle, in my opinion. And he makes an excellent point as well, you know, the production incidents for stuff generated by AI. I remember when Kira, the Amazon coding AI tool, deleted a production database and had services down for a few hours. Not the engineer's fault. They have a KPI to use AI. Some companies measure engineers on how many tokens they use. So that's the kind of stuff we get. And yeah, I can't imagine being the coder, the software engineer who has to solve all that slop code, all those errors that are being generated. I mean, I've tried to use some of that vibe coding to set up AI assistant on the old MacBook. No success so far, but a lot of issues even with that simple code in terms of what ChatGTP is giving for output. So the pursuit of fire is really paying off, yes. And the calm, I would say, from having just money, just having a buffer, just having a net worth, so you know that the tail end event, I think a lot of people fear homelessness and hunger if they get laid off and stuff like this, but when you have that financial independence, when you have that nice portfolio, you have that emergency fund, as you can see, it's not a fear, it's not a catastrophe anymore. You feel that, all right, if a layoff happen at this tech company, then you're going to be just fine. You're going to be able to cruise through it. Let's do one more comment here. Let's see, with this guy, banned in Sweden. So yeah, a guy from my home country in this case. It's not quite overhiring, but it's a lot of employees doing non-productive work in a lot of cases. The internals of Meta are messy, most big tech firms are. Yes, I agree. I was surprised by this at the big tech companies I've been at. This is first-hand knowledge, not a guess. Yeah, most likely a Meta worker. Sounds like it. There has been this figure out there for a while, revenue divided by profit per employee. Yes, thank you Elon Musk for that. A few big tech companies were way out ahead of the rest. This was fine when other companies could claim the extra people were gonna make things to change the world. Short version, they didn't. So now these companies have to compete with these impossible KPIs basically, or their board members get flogged. All this firing is to meet those numbers. None of it is due to AI. These companies have largely built their systems and now they need to simply maintain and reduce headcount. AI is the excuse that bumps their stock while they do it. Fire is amazing. I've been participating for years and it's saved me. But please don't use this community to help spread PR falsehood so that tech execs can get bigger bonuses. Stick to the message and the plan. Save hard. Don't trust your job to be there and be frugal in a world that isn't. Just another excellent comment. I think it's spot on. And my hope for this video is that it reaches a whole bunch of people who perhaps get more inspired to get some financial independence, have the ability to retire early should a layoff happen. Just look at the channel, I think it's called Asian Dad or something like that, with this unemployed ex-big tech engineer. He's got quite a funny, interesting perspective on life, but we're seeing this becoming more and more important as the labor market is really being disrupted. It's hard to find a person who's been at a company for more than just a few years these days in tech. Usually around 2-3 years. I know that at Google the average stay of a Googler was 1.1 year. I stayed there at 1.8 years, and the longest that yours truly has ever stayed at a company is 3.2 years. So it's just the way the job market is today with, you're not getting any raises, so you have to switch around, and then you also have this redundancy waves that keep sweeping over, reorging organizations, putting you into different roles that you weren't, applying for to start with. That's not the way you want to go in your career, and you just have to basically change to get higher salary and get back on track, back on course. That's the way it is. And then always remember this end goal of FIRE. It's truly amazing, and I've seen from my own experience when I've been to Thailand, I've seen people in their 40s with long careers, director level even, that decided to FIRE and just immediately getting better health, losing a lot of weight, getting all the health markers under control. The guy's in Bali now, having a good time. Gotta make sure to visit soon. He got to financial independence by having some property in South Africa and Portugal, in this case, renting out some stocks, some of that classic stuff. And another guy in Portugal. Yeah, Portugal is very common for Europeans. Those who know, they know. And the lifestyle is very, very appealing, I must say. It's a lot slower, and it's definitely something worth striving for. And hopefully, after watching this video, now you have another reason to save harder and get to that financial independence. Alright, that's been it for this video. And as always, I hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.